what's up everybody? Welcome back to our channel. Hey, if you're new here, please click that like and that subscribe, and don't forget to bang that bell notification. This way, you'll get notified every time I upload a video. Well, today we're going to talk about carbon fiber. That's right. I ordered some parts. Yes, I paid for this from Advanblack. Yeah, I paid for it. Relax. I paid for it out of my own pocket. I ordered a rear fender from Advanblack in the carbon fiber, and I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, there it is. Look at that. Carbon fiber rear fender. Let's see if we get better light so you can actually see it. Actually, that doesn't help out at all. But there you go. It is thick. It's not thin, but it's pretty light. So I want you guys to sit there and think about, hey, is the Advanblack carbon fiber worth it? I could tell you from looking at this and having their hand guards, yes it is. So definitely worth it. Okay guys, so what we need to do to prep this to get it done is we need to take the seat off and the saddlebags. That's right, the saddlebags got to come off. But also, you might want to look what's in that box. That is the carbon fiber outer fairing, which will be in another video on how to replace it. And that's also from Advanblack. But to remove the seat, it's quite simple. You must have a astrophysics and NASA degree. You take the seat bolt off, and then you slide the seat right off. There you go. So I'm going to put this to the side, and now we'll take our saddle bags off. Nope, can't take the fender off yet. But if you guys remember from when we did the rear shock, we pulled this fender off to replace the rear shock. Well, we're going to be pulling this off yet again. But that, you know, and I mentioned, or I left an Easter egg that, yeah, this fender's all scratched up, but not to worry. It's going to be replaced with something special, which it is, which is the carbon fiber rear fender. So I'll put this down here, lay it down. Yep, that's why I laid it down. Don't want it to fall. You know, and I'm going to do my best to take better care of this fender than I did the original fender, because this thing got beat up. Okay guys, so the first thing we need to do is, after we get the bags and the seat off, is we need to disconnect our electrical. So you're going to come down here, going to find all your wires. This is going to unlock, pinch, and pull. Here's another one. We're going to pinch and pull on that. This one could stay. And yeah, all the turn signals can stay. That is done. So now we take our T45 and we're just going to remove these 4 bolts for the struts, the fender strut. And there you go. Now what's left is we got to take the 7/32 Allen, yep, and remove these 4 bolts. Why these 4? Because they go right to the bag support. If you didn't have this bag support, then you wouldn't have to remove these right now. The whole fender will come right off. Now put this out of the way, someplace safe, because now we're going to take the fender off and we're going to bring it to the bench, because there's some stuff we need to transfer over, like the tail light, the license plate mount, the wiring, and everything like that. So you grab it and just pull it off just like that. And on the inside, you will see
all the disgusting rubber.
Yeah, from you doing burnouts.
Yes.
You hooligan. Take these off. These are the nut plates for your fender struts. Then you'll see here, you got 3 bolts. That's for your license plate. We got to take the tail light off, but we're going to work on all this wiring and getting that off. All right, next step we're going to do is we're going to take our fender struts off. there's two T45 bolts on the inside of your fender to remove the strut. So what I'm going to do is remove one bolt, put the strut aside with the bolt, and same thing on the other side. That's the left and right side fender strut. Put the bolt there with it. Now, the license plate mount, there's 3 bolts right there. They're 10 millimeter. So we're going to just zip these right out. I think I got to get on the inside of the plate. Yeah, we'll do that in a minute. But there's still more stuff we could do here. For instance, the threads for the seat bolt. That comes out, little plastic clip, and that pushes down and onto the floor. So you got this little plastic clip that holds this into the fender. So while it's in my hand and we don't lose it, I'm just going to transfer it right over to the new fender from Advanblack. Oh, it's a little tight. So let's flip it over. There we go. We got it in. And now we take our C-clip, the plastic C-clip, and it goes right there. And that's where the seat bolt goes to. And now that is pretty well secured. Yep. So now we'll work on getting the wiring harness out. And we have to disconnect the tail lights from the Custom Dynamics triple play. I remembered what it is this time. So feed that through. The hole. Now, if you're like me, you're kind of fanatical about this. So you take like a plastic scraper, because I put double sticky tape to hold this on here, because I didn't want this bouncing around. And there it is. It's off. So I'm going to clean all this off, and we'll do some fresh double sticky side tape. I'll put that there for now. All right. We have these 2 little buttons that could come off. So let's flip our plate over. And there's 1, 2. So they just push out from the inside out. Cool. And we'll put these
in those little happy holes.
Yep. And these are set up so if you wanted to have like a 1-up seat, which is here, or shorter, you can. Actually, these aren't going in. They're broke. They broke.
Okie dokie.
Never mind.
So much for that.
Going back to the wire. Again, with the, because Harley gives you this nice wire chase that I'm going to try and save somewhat, even though you don't have to. But yeah. There we go. Okay. Undo the clip on the inside. There we go.
There you go.
Yep. Now we can work on the license plate and the tail light. Okay, so I took the license plate off. Now we're going to work on the tail light. That's going to come off so I can get to the bolt that holds this part in that mounts it. So change up the batteries. This is a Phillips number 2 for your tail light. And here we go. We're going to unplug it and put this in a safe spot so it doesn't get lost or damaged. All right, so now we got this Phillips here that holds this whole assembly in. So that comes out. Just like that. Now this here will lift up. There we go. And that comes out. Put that aside. We're doing a complete disassembly before we go to assembly. So last thing we got is our license plate bracket. And I've told you it's a 10 millimeter. So change over the batteries again. I should have had these charged before we started this project, but oh well. That's one. And that's three. Now the whole fender has been stripped down of all the parts that we're going to reuse and use. So, hey Jay, if you're watching, I need another one. Move the fender out of your way so it's not in your way. And now we start with the reassembly. Advanblack gives you these nice clips that clip your wire in, like instead of having it double stick taped down.
That's even better.
Yes, it's a lot better. I like that so much more, believe it or not. So, nope. So what we're going to do is we're going to feed our license plate bracket in. Wire goes first. Hello, wire. Yep, I got it.
Okay.
There that sits. Now I need the circuit board, which goes here. And now the screw. All right, so I got a longer screw because the factory screw just wasn't long enough, but that's all right. Now, just reconnecting the electrical here. And what we're going to do is we're going to flip this over. Again, keep it on a nice, soft, clean work surface so you don't scratch the finish. And now we're just going to clip these wires in, which I can't use this piece, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut all this excess off because it's not needed. So I got the rubber sheath off. It's not needed. I cut it with the X-Acto knife. Doing a little surgery here. But these here come down and they clip in to itself, just like that. I'll put this through the hole. It's through the hole. All right, so let me get these all clipped in, and then we'll continue on. All right, now we're going to do the tail light because we're at that portion. So this goes in just like that. This goes in just like that, and we're going to need 2 screws, which I need my battery, because if you over tighten these, you will crack them. So if you're not comfortable with power tools, do it by hand. Now this is giving me such a hard time today. What the heck? Oh, there we go. That's one started.
That one.
Yep, we'll do this one. Loosen this one. Okay, tail light's done, turn signals are done. Now we're going to move on to the license plate mount, which is right here. So I'm going to put these 2 in. Grab a lock washer and a nut. I'm going to get started by hand by reaching underneath. I'm going to get very intimate here with the fender. Giggity, 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 giggity. Can't wait to see this on the bike. It's going to look amazing. Advanblack never disappoints. I can tell you that for sure. Right fit all the time. Finish is always good. Never had a problem with their fit nor finish. All right, so let me get this tightened up and then we'll continue on. All right, guys, there's a secret to putting these on so you don't scratch up your fenders. What you do is you put the inside in first and then you start your screws. And you don't have to make them 100% tight, but I do suggest you make them snug. It's a little bit of a dance to make it happen in the beginning, but once it happens, it's going to be so much easier. Trust me on this. All right, so I'm going to take the gun and just run them in loose. Kind of like that. There's room in it. So we could take our T45 and install it where it needs to go. And like always, I never trust the gun. I always put the ratchet on it. All right, so now I do the other side. And the long portion goes towards the back. The little short goes towards the front. Now, put the ratchet on it. And I'm going to leave these loose while going on. Okay, perfect. Now almost everything has been reconnected. I still have this to put on, which I got to clean this up with some double-sided tape and connect it. But you guys don't need to see that. It's not that important. The important thing is getting this fender on for you guys to see it and take a good look at it when I'm done. So what's left are these 4 bolts in the front and then these 4 bolts in the back with the back supports, and then we'll be done. Not a whole lot. Grab your assembly, carry it over to the bike, and put it in its location. There we go. Yep, thank you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 bolts in the front. This way I could pivot it and get those back support bolts out. Like I said, just getting them started for now. All right, now get these bolts out and get those in. Okay guys, so now we slid this whole assembly on. We took the bolts out of the side to make it easier. So now we're going to start our 4 bolts here on the left and right side. There's 2 on each side. And then we'll do the fender strut support to the fender bolts. These are just the fender strut bolts. Alrighty. Now we take our fender strut bolts here, slide this in. Just like that. Line things up. Snug them up. Don't tighten them yet. Don't tighten everything until it's all together. Kind of like that. Let me get the other 2 bolts and then we'll tighten it all up. I'm just finding the holes. I got all the holes lined up. Put a little hair around them. And now we'll snug everything up with the gun, and then we'll go around with the wrench. Alrighty. That fender does look better, doesn't it? than the black.
It just needs a little shining.
Oh yeah.
Definitely a little shine up. Got a little
I think I got somebody for that.
Yeah, I got a little fingerprint action on it.
It happens. And last two.
Sweet.
Heck yeah. Put that in there just like that. All right, guys, we are all done with the carbon fiber rear fender. I think it looks amazing. It looks good. Goes well with the whole shot bags from Advanblack. What do you guys think? I think it looks great. Goes well with the carbon fiber in the seat. Ties it all in. And gets it all together. All right, everybody, that's it for this video. I'll be bringing you the front fairing here soon. So don't worry, hang out, it's coming. Until the next time, I want you to live the best life you can. Ride often, as always, ride hard.
Like and subscribe.